Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Too Many Guys Soccer Show Short. We're covering lower league football because some of us can't take watching our men or our women let them down again. Hi, I'm Chelsea Mike Shustak. Let's take a quick peek at the results of last week's League One and League Two matches before we preview the final weekend of the championship. Lots to get through, so here we go. League One now, where I boldly predicted Blackpool would streak into the playoffs. Oops. I was correct in thinking that Derby County could hold down the last automatic promotion spot, and they did. That is the a great season from the Rams on their path out of the darkness. They'll join Portsmouth in the championship. Looking to his left, I mentioned last week that Cheltenham, Burton Albion, and Cambridge could still go down. Cambridge drew, which was all they needed to remain. But either way, Cheltenham and Burton both lost, sending Cheltenham back down to League Two. Good showmates. Hope to see you back. To the playoffs in Barnsley, who were in fifth. They drew and held on to the sixth place, while Oxford United on the road in Exeter won to go to fifth and sneak into the playoffs for the third time in 5 years. Is the third time the charm for the U's? We'll see. They are taking on fourth place Peterborough, and that one is tough to call. Peterborough are your league trophy winners this year, which that is lower. That's the lower than championship league cup, and have been in good form for the last few weeks when they could take their foot off the gas a little bit. They've already won at Wembley this year. Let's see if they can get back. Taking on Barnsley will be Bolton Wanderers, who still had a shot at automatic promotion entering last week when they drew with Peterborough. Was that a Wembley preview? We shall see. I think Bolton have it all over Barnsley, backed into the playoffs, having won none of their last six matches. Playoffs are not going to make you wait. League One begins this week. Barnsley Bolton will go at 2:30 p.m. on Friday, while Oxford Peterborough is set for 2:45 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, with the return fixture happening just 4 days later. All of these matches are on ESPN Plus, so tune in. The final will be on the 18th of May. Over to League Two, where Stockport, Rexford, Wrexham, and Mansfield were all up. No drama, although Wrexham did claim second. At the bottom of the table, Colchester needed only 1 point to be safe, and they got it. And though for a minute, Forest Green, who were already relegated, had crawled off the bottom of the table, at 2 wins to finish it out, it was too late for them. Forest Green leaving the league. Crewe Alexandra made it interesting. They waited until the 90 plus second minute to score the equalizer that saw them through to the playoffs. Joining them, as we predicted here, will be Crawley Town, who took down Grimsby to hop into that seventh and final playoff spot. Crawley will take on MK Dons in the playoffs. Dons have been strong all season, but I do think that if there's going to be an upset, I think it's more likely to come here in this fixture. Both have been in average form over the last couple of weeks, and something crazy has to happen in these playoffs. The other matchup, you'll have Doncaster and Crewe. Doncaster drew on Saturday. It was the first time in 11 matches that they hadn't won, on a run that took them from nearly the bottom of the table into the playoffs. I think that run could go straight to League One. And given how shaky Crewe looked when they really needed it, I'm going to take Doncaster. First round of these playoffs will start Monday with Crawley and Milton Keynes happening at 10 a.m., then Crewe and Doncaster at 12:30. Enjoy that bank holiday Monday, England. Here in the States, League Two, wonderful thing to work to have on in the background. It's nice. Finally, let's move on to the final weekend in the championship, where we begin by recognizing the fantastic accomplishment of Leicester City, who have come back to the Premier League after just 1 year. winning the game in style with a brace. That old dog, Jamie Vardy. You look at Jamie Vardy, and man, that guy is just the face of club loyalty. He strode in from the fifth tier to lead his team to the championship, from the championship to the Premier League, then the Premier League title, FA Cup win, Europe, and then he went back down with them again. Does Jamie Vardy, coming up on his age 38 season, have one more Premier League year left in? Well, I hope so. I certainly wouldn't pass them, but all year Leicester have been the class of the championship. So congratulations again to you. Now to the final automatic promotion spot where Ipswich sit 3 points atop Leeds. There's almost a mirror image of League One last week, but we have one team who are 3 points clear, but Leeds will go through if it comes down to goal differential. Meanwhile, Leeds have the much tougher draw, much like in League One. They'll be playing the fourth place team, who in the championship is Southampton. Both of these teams are assuredly in the playoffs. Southampton are coming in having lost their last 3. Could Ipswich's heroic double up fall flat on the final Saturday? I don't think so. Ipswich are playing a Huddersfield team who would have to win and have Plymouth Argyle lose by 15 to remain in the championship. Huddersfield are effectively relegated. More on Plymouth Argyle in a minute. Come back to them. The other playoff spots where it's 3 for 2. 2 of Norwich, West Brom, and Hull will likely join Leeds and Southampton, with Norwich needing a disaster to miss, as they are both 3 points clear of Hull and are 7 goals to the better in terms of goal differential. West Brom have seemingly the most difficult last match. West Brom, they are taking on a top 10 side in Preston North End, but Peony are in disastrous form. They've lost their last 4, and they dropped their own chances to the playoffs en route. Meanwhile, both Norwich and Hull are taking on Birmingham and Plymouth Argyle, respectively. They sit in 22nd and 21st, respectively. And if you know anything about the championship table, you know that 22 equals 1, as in League One. What does this mean for the playoffs? Hull, they don't have no shot. Their best shot is to win and hope that West Brom lose. Hull's goal differential is such that they need to have more points to go through, or to win in a way which erases 7 goals from Norwich. Either way, it's not looking good for Hull, but PNE could have a last stand in them. So through the tangled web of the playoffs and relegation, we move to the bottom of the table. As Huddersfield are all but mathematically alive but practically dead, we'll skip them and call them relegated. Sorry, dudes. That leaves 4 potential teams for the final relegation spot. 4 contenders are in this order from top to bottom: Blackburn Rovers, Sheffield Wednesday, Plymouth Argyle, and Birmingham. Rovers would need to lose against the champions Leicester, which is infinitely possible, along with a draw or better from Wednesday and wins from Argyle and Birmingham to go down. Yo, if that's the way Birmingham go to League One, I mean, that's just mean. So to Sheffield Wednesday. Wednesday are 2 points clear of Birmingham, but, and this is important, have by far the worst goal differential of all 4 of these teams we're talking about. They are taking on most recent English team to drop a season on TV as of this recording, Sunderland. But because you're probably watching this on Thursday, May 2nd or later, Welcome to Wrexham Season 3 is now out on FX and Hulu. And hey, guys, I'm going to ruin the show for you. Wrexham get promoted. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, I mentioned the points because that does mean a draw does not move Wednesday from potential relegation. That said, both Plymouth and Birmingham would have to win to take out Sheffield. But we're sort of entering the realm of the same. I have to say, up or down, credit to Wednesday for coming from where fellow EFL YouTuber Stunt Peg was calling them the most depressing team in the country. Shout out Stunt Peg. To being a good bet to remain up on the final weekend. So then we have Argyle and Birmingham. Right now, Argyle are 1 point and 4 goals above Birmingham. Important because, well, I mean, Argyle can't lose by 4, right? Barring that, a draw to wriggle off the hook is a no-go for Birmingham. So Birmingham, to remain for all practical purposes, they must beat Norwich. That seems unlikely, but Birmingham have this amazing ability to just remain in the championship against all the odds. Anyway, championship final Saturday kicks off at 7:30 a.m. And they just don't care about you on the West Coast. ESPN Plus will have Birmingham Norwich, which I'll be watching, as well as both Leeds Southampton and Ipswich Huddersfield. 3 matches for your Saturday coffee. All right, that's it for the EFL, but I would be remiss if I did not mention another promotion. Congrats to Crystal Palace, who held off Charlton and won promotion from the Women's Championship to the Super League. Congrats, Palace. Going to be facing a new champion, are we? We shall see. Can't believe that I'm going to say this. Go Arsenal. And then actually, finally tonight, one more promotion. You did it, Chesterfield. You are back from the National League into the League Two for the first time since 2018. So there's so much going on this weekend. I can't wait. Going to be a great weekend of football. So for the Too Many Guys Soccer Show, I am Chelsea Mike Shostak. We did okay tonight. We'll try to do better next time.